Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. And today's tarot card of the day is the Hooded Man out of the Wildwood Tarot deck. And that's one of the reasons why I'm wearing the purple hoodie today, so I can pull it down and kind of be like your hooded man. All right, on this wintry day in Michigan. Fortunately, we don't have the snow like the Hooded Man has, but it's still cold outside. And I understand why he's wearing a hood with the cold being outside. But let's get into the card a little bit. I'll pull this back so I can see a little bit better, so you can see my face. Like I said, this is a major arcana card, and it's a life lessons card. So when I pull this, I consider the life lessons cards something that I really have to pay attention to for the day, as well as for the week and moving forward. And when I pulled this card for the day, I went to work and I thought about everything and had just, it was a very frustrating day, being the first day back after the new year and everything like that, and working on things. And when I came home, I was so frustrated, I was stressed out. And, I was contemplating a lot of things. About, where I want to go and what I want to do and how do I want to accomplish things, and, some of the goals for this year and just moving forward. And later on that night, after trying to relieve some of that frustration through exercise and sleep, I meditated big time. I got in touch with Spirit, and I drew out some other cards, and I did some readings, and asked some questions to the universe, and was seeking answers. And this is primarily what this card talks about. So part of the meaning is it's a time of stillness and contemplation, and that's exactly what I went through. I had things that were weighing very heavily on my mind, and I needed that time to, I need to break away and think about, where I'm at in my life and what I'm doing and how that moves forward. And one of the things that I liked about this card is, the Hooded Man has that light where he's still shining his light on the path. And he's got that staff in his hand to, help steady him while he's walking on his path. There's a door in the tree behind him, and to me, I always see that as the gateway into the tree of knowledge. All right, and part of that lamp is also to illuminate the fears and the frustrations that are going on in your life, to show you in the deep recesses of the corners of your mind, or whatever's going on. To kind of illuminate the issues that are plaguing you. All right. The light is also knowledge, as it points to, like I said, to that tree, to that door in a tree. But it also shows the wren, okay, which is symbolic of this card as well, as being a also known like as a king of birds. All right, and the wren flew on top of the eagle's back and flew higher than any other bird that's out there. He's also an oracle, and he's the keeper of knowledge as well. Okay, so when I look at this card during this wintry landscape, and I think to myself, winter's a lot of grayness and a lot of dreariness, and we get inundated with, the snow and the cold, and we don't want to go outside, to enjoy it. So, we stay within our confines of where we're at. And if you take that into a personal psychological aspect, once summer leaves and we get into those fall and those wintry months and it gets cold, we do that within our own selves, okay? We're not as active. We'd rather be safe and huddled and, be inside. And, it's great to have that safe haven where you can go, okay? But you do need to still get outside and exercise and socialize and meet with people as you're going along. But with this stillness and this contemplation, all right, it's an opportunity to look within. Okay, it's an opportunity to say to yourself, hey, what's really going on with my emotions? What's going on with, the way I'm thinking? All right. And as you're walking along your journey, you've come across many experiences and, different things that, are giving you that wisdom to move forward in time. Okay. And sometimes that journey's not easy. So now, when this card comes up is the time to sit back and think, all right, and take the opportunity to rest and relax and, kind of look back on where you started on this journey and where you're at right now. Try to rethink some of that knowledge that you've learned and rethink some of the experiences, because whether you know it or not, you have grown during that time. You have, as you're moving forward on your path and moving forward on your journey, you are growing. You are growing on that path. You are growing on that journey. Okay. I remember a couple years ago, I know I was moving forward, but I felt like I was in a cornfield and I was looking at these mountains and the cornfield was going on and on and on and on forever. I didn't feel like I was moving. Even though I was moving forward through the cornfield, okay, it was the same cornfield, same corn stalks, okay? Yeah, it was a long process to get out of there. It was trying to get out of that cornfield so I could get to the mountains, okay? But what that allowed me to do is, I was taking that step, I was moving forward, even though things weren't changing around me, okay? I wasn't being stagnant. The scenery around me was being stagnant, okay, but I wasn't. I was continuing to move forward. Some of the reading points on this, I've talked a few of them here a little bit ago, is it's a time of rebirth, okay, to look within, to ask yourself those hard questions, shine those light into those corners, those nooks, those crannies, and ask yourself, the tough questions that, only you can answer. Okay. Rest during that time, absorb the journey that you're on, absorb the experiences, absorb the knowledge that you've gained as you move forward. Because others see you from a different perspective, okay, than how you see yourself. While you may be looking within and saying, I really don't know the answer to those questions, people are looking at you expecting you to have the answers to those questions. You may not feel like you're the solid person, to be leaning on, but they lean on you because you are that solid person to lean on. The good thing about this is, as you reflect on your own journey and your own experiences, you begin to understand your place in the world. You understand your place within yourself. You understand your place within the world. You understand your place, start to understand your place within the universe. Okay? But your soul family from the universe and from the ethers are there guiding you as well. Your spirit guides are helping you out along the way. The ascended ones, the masters, anybody that you talk to in the spirit world or in the universe are there to help you along the way so you can gain that understanding, so you can gain that knowledge of moving forward. So, on the fool's path, on the fool's journey, he comes across this hooded man. And the hooded man tells him, you've been on this journey now, for a little bit. You've met a bunch of people. What have you learned? How have you grown? What knowledge have you taken, okay, or learned or absorbed along the path? All right, and that's the same question I ask of you. As you move forward on your journey, okay, and understanding your path that you're on, when do you take time for that solitude? When do you take time to rest? When do you take time to look behind, okay, and reflect to see how far you've gone forward? Okay, so You know, the thing that I like about this card is the light is right in the middle of the card, and my eyes always get drawn to that light. And you know, when I see this card and it gets pulled out, you know, I look at it and I say, you know what? It's time to reflect. It's time to withdraw. It's time to ask those hard questions and shine that light into the corners of those nooks and crannies, to, you know, and not be afraid. But it's also a light on the path. It's the light that is guiding you step by step by step on your spirit's path, on your spiritual journey, okay, and moving forward. Because sometimes some of us like to travel during the day, sometimes some of us like to travel during the night, and sometimes some of us like to just travel, all right? So this is D for the Spirit's Path. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day.